Stay right there because my today's guest is all about executive leadership. She helps to do better in your current job, be more productive. In case you cannot, you can find another job where you can be more productive, more happy, more fulfilling. Without any further ado, I'll bring Barbara Goldman. Welcome, Barbara.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who are you surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Oh, I began recruiting. I hate to say this. It's actually, like over 30 years ago. And what I noticed, I worked with executives and I was an executive headhunter. And these people were in the middle of enormous issues at work that if they could be fixed, they would stay there. But there were enormous issues, and many of these issues involved communication. It's all about communication. So I became a coach, an executive leadership coach, and I decided to help those people. The recruiting, not to do the recruiting, to help the people help themselves with executive leadership. And if that doesn't work, then boy, am I a good recruiter. They're out of there. So there you go.
What are three mistakes to avoid finding a better career?
Ah, don't shortchange yourself. One, cast a wide net. Just apply for things that you feel that you're qualified for and see what happens. Don't shortchange yourself. Number one. Number two, don't think about titles. A title means nothing. I just talked to somebody yesterday. She turned down a great job because it didn't have the title. And then 3 weeks later, because she's a vice president, and she wanted the same title or a better title, maybe executive VP. But she went to it was a different company, and they call things different. Not all titles, they transfer to other companies. So she loved the job and she turned it down. She said, if you can give me the title, I'll come. If you can't, I turn it down. So she turned it down 3 weeks later. Very sorry she did that. She doesn't know what to do. And I said, well, just go back and tell them you want the job. It's been 3 weeks. Maybe they haven't hired anyone. Well, she did that and they said, sorry, we hired. Okay. So when you're looking for something, the job, forget about the title. And number three, don't take, if you are working, don't take the first thing that is put in front of your face. I understand if you're not working. Um, Even if you're not working, if you're unemployed, the best thing to do is take some temporary work until you can find the thing that you want that will really be good for you. Because don't just fall into something that's going to make you miserable. Work is hell. You don't have to suffer through it. Suffering is optional. So those are the three things.
What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
Okay, this is interesting because I have failed not just once in my life. I've been around the block. I've failed a couple times. And what I learned from it was that you have to be able to fail in order to succeed. If you don't take that step out and try to do something great, then you never are at the plate. You never have done it. At least I did it. I also learned that when you lose everything, you don't lose anything. You have you. You have your gifts. And so starting over when you fail is easier than you think if you just believe in yourself, have your gifts and get out there. So, yes, I have failed. Another thing I learned is that in I learned, and this was a hard lesson, when you are at the top, it's lonely, very lonely at the top. And when you make friends with your employees because you're so lonely, you may not make the best decisions regarding those employees. Does that make sense? Maybe I didn't manage them as carefully as I should have. So I learned that. I've got a lot of, I could write a book on the lessons I've learned.
What are your top three success secrets that others can follow?
I am known as someone who does not give up. There was a song, and it was in the 90s, and it was, I get knocked down, but I get up again. No one's ever going to keep me down. And somebody that knows me said, boy, Barb, that is your anthem because there's no reason to stop. You keep going. And I think that that's probably what I have. And plus creativity. I don't copy anyone. I never copy anyone. I always come up with my own way of doing things, my own programs. I'm very creative. So don't be afraid to be creative and think outside the box. And really, I like to look at what do people really need from me? How are they going to get that as fast as possible? And I can make very quick, I can make very fast gains with people.
Give me one more, please.
One more. And that is the advice that I'm giving them. I'm kind of lost now because I was in a. Okay, here we go.
We were here. Yeah.
Okay. Don't believe common wisdom that will hold you back. For example, if you don't have a degree, if you knew the people that I know that are highly successful without a degree, I've seen people hold themselves back because they're shy a few credits on the degree. Do not do that. Or don't think that you're too old. This is all in one answer. This misconceptions. You're not too old. If you think you're too old, you're too old. Don't think that you don't have experience that they need. Give yourself, just get out there and do it. And I know it's hard. And sometimes what you have to do, you just put one foot in front of the other. Show up,
Wonderful.
darkest days.
What is the most impactful business book you read, and what did you learn from it?
Okay, I'm going to show you one. I'm going to get it up on my tablet here. And this was a long time ago. It's the Peter Principle. The Peter Principle. Now I read this in the 80s. Okay? The premise is this. When you're hired for a job and you do a good job, then you're promoted. You do a good job there and you're promoted again. You do a good job at that job and then you're promoted. You are promoted until you're no longer promotable. That is your highest level of incompetence. You were competent. You were competent. Now, this new job, you're not doing so great. You're not going to be promoted. You're incompetent. So that's why everything's messed up because we keep promoting people to their highest level of incompetence and then they fail or leave or drag things down. I thought it was the funniest book when I read it in the 80s. And what I've learned through the years is this is true. So many cases, it's true. I see this in really big corporations that have a lot of layers. And then they just keep promoting. And then it ends, and there you've got someone miserable and incompetent. Not in all cases, but it's a fun book, and I really recommend it.
Barbara, we're entering into speed round. That means quick questions and quick answers. Are you ready for it?
I am ready.
What do you want to be remembered for?
Kindness.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
You take it one step at a time. You get a challenge and use everything you can in your creativity to tackle that challenge, but you do it one step at a time, and nothing will break you. Nothing. So you just have to believe that. Martin Seligman, and this is another book, I can really recommend, is Martin Seligman is what I call the father of um, this positive psychology. And it's all about optimism, teaching yourself to be optimistic. There you go.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
Hmm. I want to be a ballerina, but my feet are very big. And I might be a little too tall, but that's what I want to be when I grow up. So I better start taking lessons.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
Oh, okay. When you have a revenue generating idea and you have to have the support of a significant other, they need to put money in it, or it's going to be a drag on the whole program, then you have to convince them. But in my life, I just do things on my own. I just go ahead and
Wonderful.
do it because I have noticed that a partner can at first when you come to your partner with an idea, what are they going to say? Oh no, that'll never work. Isn't that the first thing? I mean, that's the first thing I get. And then you have to start talking and talking and talking. So I just did it my own. I made my own money, did my own thing. If I want to do something today, I just do it. If I have an idea to make money, an idea for business, I just do it. And I'm just blessed because it's kind of the way I've always lived my life. I had to have a spouse that would permit me to do that because he would have walked out on me a long time ago if he didn't like what I did.
What are you grateful for today?
Oh, so many things. Today, I'm grateful for just waking up in the morning, my little dog, my husband, all of my clients. And I ask God every morning to send someone to me who needs me the most, who I can help the most. And I'm grateful that He does.
Who is your living mentor and what is the impact they have on you?
I have relied on some very good friends. My friends happen to be in business. And so the friendship network of women who are either in business or they are executives, and I can bounce things off of them. We learn from each other. And the greatest impact is that I have been able to see inside of different industries that I wouldn't be able to see inside of otherwise.
Why is being impactful important to you?
Well, if I can't help, I need to. This is the best time of my life. I'm going to start over. Best time of my life because I am truly helping people. And I need to be able to do that. I think there's something, I feel so blessed. I'm really blessed. And because I am, I want to help people that might not feel as blessed. They are, they don't know they are. But being impactful, making someone feel better is real important to me.
How do you start your day?
A cup of coffee and newspaper. Nobody reads the newspaper anymore. We need to read the newspaper. We need to stay informed. So I start with 2 newspapers, 3, and I love my crossword puzzles. If I can do 2 or 3 crossword puzzles in the morning, I am happy woman. I start my day, and there you go.
Who is your ideal client?
Someone who needs me, someone who will listen, someone who's not going to be resistant. I am very strange in the way that I find my clients, and that I talk to people, but I don't think everyone needs to be a client of mine or should be a client of mine. If they really want to move quickly, they want to fix things quickly, then that's my ideal client. And I can get things done fast because the way that I work with people is I'm on call. I might work with someone every day for a week. I'm on call, whatever it takes. So that's goes fast.
What is the advice you would give to your younger yourself?
You have a lot of time. You have more time than you think. And don't try to be perfect because you're going to have a great life and it's going to be full of ups and downs. Just relax with it. You have time.
How can we support you?
Oh, your members? Just I don't know. Just go to barbaragoldman.net. That's what we need to do. Go to barbaragoldman.net. And I am happy. I'm really happy to be on this show. Thank you. This is an
What
opportunity
would
to
you say
reach out.
about your what would you say about your guest experience on the show today?
It was good. Everything's good. I was happy. I'm glad that you asked me. Thank you very much.
What would you say as a final word?
Have a blessed day, everyone. Just have a blessed day.
Thank you, Barbara Goldman, and it's thank you for your time and wisdom. And on the behalf of Entrepreneur Empowerment Club, we really appreciate you. I hope our path cross again with another amazing guest. Until then, you have a great time.
Thank you.